And here we are again, man.
Back at it again. Welcome
Another
back.
week.
Welcome back to Filmjet. Thanks again for tuning in. We're good. It's good to be back. Good to be back
Definitely.
here to talk about um all things in all things movies, TV, and pop culture. How's everything going with you?
Man, it's going good, man. I'm really excited. We had a lot of stuff come out since the Super Bowl was just this week. So, you
We
know,
did. We did have a lot of stuff.
yeah, they always take advantage of that and drop a bunch of trailers and stuff.
hmm They they actually released a lot of stuff this year during the Super Bowl, which is what we're actually going to talk about this week. We're going to talk to you guys about the different commercials that we got in Super Bowl. We got commercials. We got trailers actually for Doctor Strange, Moon Knight. We got a whole DC trailer montage. That was cool. And then in the end of the episode, we're going to talk to you guys about a show that came along not too long ago, but has honestly been been taking the media by storm. We're
Hmm.
going to talk to you guys about Ted Lasso in the end. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of my favorite things that I watched recently, honestly.
Yeah, nah, it was Ted Lasso was so good. I like no doubt. I had no doubt it was one of your favorite things actually. Um, yeah, but did you watch the Super Bowl?
Man, you know I watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know you watched it. Yeah, what's it called? Who'd you have? Uh you had um the Rams or the shoot, what was the other team?
The Bengals.
The Bengals, yeah. I only knew the quarterbacks because it was the one quarterback from LSU.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember
the
that
Rams
year.
was the better team, but it wouldn't have surprised me if the Bengals won. But the Rams should have won, and they won, and that's what it was. So it was a
Yeah,
good game. It was entertaining. It was all around a good day.
yeah. I thought it was pretty entertaining too. It was a good game. It was good for LA because it was it was in hometown of LA. They
Hmm.
showed out during the halftime show and everything. It
Hmm.
was good. It was a good time.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
um, but yo, one of the best things about the Super Bowl that everybody talks about is the commercials, bro. And this year, the commercials they had, like honestly, the commercials could have been a little bit better. But in terms of what they released for upcoming content that's coming out,
Hmm.
man, they released like a bunch of good stuff. We got some which one you want to talk about first?
Um, Man, let's get into that DC trailer because there was a lot in that trailer.
All right, let's get into the DC trailer. I was hoping you were gonna start with this one. We got a lot in that trailer, bro. I was like, yo, this is a lot. Like after seeing the trailer, well, in the trailer we got like what did we get?
Well, they showed a little bit of Batman, Black Adam, The Flash. Was that it? I think those are the only
Uh,
movies that are coming out right now.
we got we got Aquaman as well.
But yeah, Aquaman 2 was in there.
Yeah, we got Aquaman. You said Flash already, right?
Yeah.
And then Black Adam. Yeah, yeah, we got a lot. I was like, I didn't know all these movies were dropping this year
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
they
I
said they're all coming
forget.
out this year. Yeah. Um, but after seeing that, like honestly, bro, like Black Adam looking kind of good. That like besides, I mean, I don't know. I feel like The Rock is doing like The Rock is doing all the hype for this movie, but um, low key Black Adam is like my second is like the one that I'm looking forward like to the second most. Like of course like Batman's coming out in a couple weeks,
Right, right.
so yes, I can't wait for that. But Black Adam looking kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
And like and like knowing how good Shazam was, um, and knowing how good Shazam was, I don't know. I'm kind of excited for Black Adam. What
Yeah,
about you?
yeah. Yeah, so am I, because this movie has been in development for about 10 years now. I remember being in middle school hearing about The Rock attached to the Black Adam role.
Yo, right?
And, you know, so it's really been like 10 years and they finally are getting this movie out. So and this is a character I always kind of thought it was weird that they were going with this character, especially back then when they first announced it, because I'm like, well, we're barely even getting any Superman and Batman. We haven't gotten the Flash yet, or even in like in a live action movie, we haven't gotten the Flash. So many characters at the
Actually, you're
time.
right. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, you're right.
so it was weird. We didn't get Aquaman yet. It was just weird. We didn't even get Wonder Woman yet. We
Yeah,
had the only thing that DC had done live action was Batman and Superman for the most part. I mean, there was that Supergirl movie from the '80s that no one remembers, but you know,
yeah.
um, so we really only got movies focused on Batman and Superman. So I kind of thought it was weird. I'm like, why are they going to this character that I don't really think people even know about him? Unless
Right,
you're like really into DC, and because he hasn't even really appeared in much cartoons and stuff, especially back in 2012. I mean, that was when Young Justice first came out. So he might be, I don't remember everything in that show, especially season one, but he might be in there for a bit. But other than that, I mean, he doesn't really appear in things. So it was just weird to me. But at this point, we've gotten multiple movies with a bunch of characters. We've gotten Suicide Squad, Aquaman, two Wonder Womans. So it doesn't really feel as much out of place, I think.
right.
So I'm excited, and they showed a bunch of other characters in the trailer that are going to be in it. So that's also uh building my hype for it.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, yeah, it's time. Like DC is so big. Like it's time for some new characters. To be honest, like
Hmm.
I kind of feel like there might not, like I was feeling like in the beginning that there weren't enough supporting characters uh for each movie, like how they have in Marvel. So it's like
Hmm.
if you have more supporting characters, then the movie might be a little better. So that's why I'm really excited because who we got in the trailer? We got uh
But they showed Adam Smasher.
yeah, Adam
They
Smasher,
showed
right?
Cyclone and Doctor
Show
Fate.
Hawk and show Hawkman
Yep, and
Hawkman as well,
Hawkman
yeah.
and Hawkman.
hmm And they
And
all look good by the way. Like it wasn't it
hmm
like I was pleased with all their costumes. So
hmm
yeah,
and the funny part about that is Adam Smasher, Hawkman, and Doctor Fate had appeared in animation years ago in the Justice League cartoon. So
right.
I was already a little familiar with them
hmm
a long time ago.
I feel like a lot of people should be familiar with Doctor Fate though, like at
Well,
least.
especially if you've seen Young Justice. I mean, He's kind of had a prominent role in that.
Yeah, he did. Exactly. Yeah, if you've seen Young Justice, then you know his daughter, right? His daughter
Um,
Zatanna.
well, yeah, only because Zatara took the mantle up, but the usual Doctor Fate is not Zatara.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. You're right. You're right.
So yeah, like
Um,
Young Justice kind of changed that a little bit, but the
yeah, it did.
one that's in the movie is like I think it's gonna be the like the
The
most
original.
yeah like the original version of him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but then like we got new footage of Aquaman as well. His suit looked pretty cool. It was just like a stealth suit. It was all black.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
it's pretty clean. Uh the first Aquaman was pretty good, so I'm kind of excited to get another one. Uh, then we didn't really get like between like the new footage that we got um with Batman and the Flash. It was like new
yeah, they
footage,
didn't
but
really show much. The only
it
thing they
didn't show
showed,
much, right?
yeah, and honestly, I don't even want to see no more footage of Batman. I just want to watch the movie at this point. Like
Right, yeah.
all
The
the new
movie's weeks
TV
away.
spots and everything that's been coming out, I didn't even look at them because I'm just like I don't even want to see it. I just
Yeah.
want to go to the theater already. But the Flash, I think the only thing that they showed was how the suit has freaking goggles or whatever. How it has the eye
Oh yeah, it
shields.
has a visor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the suit like overall?
Um, how I feel about the suit? I don't think the suit's bad. I don't think the suit's bad. I've seen better. I definitely seen better Flash suits.
Yeah, I think they
Uh
definitely could have done better. So do you like this suit or do you like the one from Justice League?
oh, which one was one Justice League? I'm trying to remember.
It was like the armored look.
Oh, the armor look. Let me see. I think I like. I think I like the armor look better.
Honestly, I think so too. Especially the
Yeah,
cowl. Like the cowl, like the mask shape around the
yeah.
face. That part on the new suit, I don't really like.
Right, right. Let me see.
So that's like
I'm
the
holding them side by
main,
side.
yeah, like that's like the main part to me. So, and I mean, I don't know, man. I think, and I don't dislike the armored look. I like the armored suit, but I think that they should have went in a different direction with the suit.
No, I like the armor suit more than like the new look with like the lightning flowing throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, see,
I like the armor suit better.
I don't have a problem with the lightning flowing throughout. The main thing to me is like the cowl shape. Like as much as you can make fun of the Flash TV show suit,
Yeah,
the latest version of it is pretty comic accurate. I mean, like if they just had a higher budget, it would look way better. But I mean, it
mm,
has all of the cues. Like it has the logo with the white circle, the mask shape is the way it should be. The ears. I think they even put the yellow boots now, if I'm not mistaken. But
they do. You're right.
so I
The
mean,
boots are yellow. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, the Flash suit. I'm kind of excited for the movie though. Like Flash. I
I
think
don't know, man. I feel
I'm kind
really
of
iffy.
excited. All right, so it's iffy. Yeah, it's definitely iffy, especially with the animation that they've done with the Flash so far. Because like I don't like Flash is super fast, yeah, but I don't want a bunch of of scenes where he's running in slow motion
Hmm.
because I I hate slow motion action scenes. Like it's not. They're never my favorite. They're never my
Yeah,
favorite.
really? I mean,
Yeah, I don't like slow motion action scenes.
so you don't like Snyder, do you?
Nah, Snyder like really killed me.
Bruh, that man is the king of slow mo. The king of slow mo. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, in regards to him, I like his style, his directing style. Um, but I mean, that's really about it. I think when it comes to like DC or any franchise that he's doing, I think he should have less creative control. But like
Yeah.
his visual style and like the way he does movies, I like. But um, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Even though Eternals wasn't very good to me, the way they did the speedster in that was really cool. So
Right.
I think you could take some lessons from that. Um, also
The
how they did Quicksilver in the X-Men movies. I
I
mean,
was, I was just about to say
yeah, like
that.
he has two legendary scenes the way they did it, and
That
I don't
was
want
like
nobody to copy them though. I don't want them to copy, but I just
exactly.
I just want to point out that that's a good example of how to show a speedster because like from his point of view, everybody's standing still, right? Like they're really
Right.
just showing what the world is like from his point of view. So he's able to run really fast. So to him, it looks like everybody's standing still. So that was really cool. The one scene in Days of Future Past and Apocalypse.
Yeah, like those are like two of like the greatest speedster scenes that like we've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But I
I'm not even kidding.
I also
Those
think
are so good.
no, definitely, and especially the one from Days of Future Past. I mean, that's what I rewatch that scene like every so often. I just
Yeah,
go on YouTube and look at that scene because it's just so crazy.
it
Um,
is.
but I also think they did a pretty good job with Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. I mean, he was pretty cool in that movie. Like
Yeah,
the effects and stuff. I mean, we don't got to talk about how he got shot and died, but that's
yeah,
pretty
I know.
stupid. I mean, you can't have the fastest guy get shot by bullets. That's just ridiculous. But whatever. I think the effects around him and his running and stuff was done pretty cool.
Um, uh, I think I was gonna say, um, yeah, Quicksilver definitely is my favorite speedster in terms of like screen in terms of like the way that he's portrayed on screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I thought that like honestly, I thought that like the the Arrow versus Flash was pretty good too. Like when he first started out,
Well, yeah, like season one of that show. Yeah,
yeah, season one of that show, I thought like the Flash on screen was pretty cool.
but
But then
like,
after that, like it was kind of like
yeah. I
they should
mean,
have switched it up a little bit.
it's CW. I mean,
Yeah,
so
you can't really like expect much. But
yeah, yeah.
all right, but like
Did you see that
yeah,
clip of them basically having a lightsaber fight?
no,
Oh
who?
my, on the Flash,
No, I didn't.
bro. Hold on, man. I gotta send this to you right now.
Send
I
it to me.
gotta send this to you right now so you can look at it.
But like I'm I'm kind of like I've always liked the story of Flashpoint, right? Flashpoint
Hmm.
has always been interesting to me, especially if you watch the animated version of Flashpoint.
Hmm.
That's one of the greatest. That's one of the best DC animated movies that they have.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And this is
Yeah,
one of the few comics that I've actually read. So
I didn't even read the comic.
yeah. Well, the movie
Yeah,
is pretty spot on. So
okay.
like everything in the movie is pretty spot on. But yeah. Yeah, that movie Flashpoint, the Flashpoint Paradox is really good.
Wait, what is this, bro?
Oh, you seen it? Yo, I
Yo,
couldn't even
no
believe what
way.
I was seeing when I saw this clip. Like they just straight up said, "We not even gonna run no more. We just gonna have a lightsaber fight." I don't know what's
Wow.
going on. I mean, the show's on like what season 8 now. I mean, it's got to be coming up on season 10 soon.
Yeah. I I think I think that show's about done. To be honest. Yeah,
They just
I
they
think they're
just
out of
keep
there
going.
soon.
They just
Yeah,
keep going.
I know, it's crazy.
But yeah, how do you feel about this movie though? I mean, to me, it's looking iffy. I don't understand why they're bringing Michael Keaton back. I mean, I like Michael Keaton, and his two Batman movies are really good, but I just don't understand what they're doing with this movie.
Yeah, I don't understand either. You talking about the Batman?
No, I'm talking about the Flash.
Oh, the Flash. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, like the Flash. I, yeah, it's gonna be Flashpoint, but like I feel like we really haven't seen.
It's not gonna be like the movie or the comic though. It's not gonna be
Yeah,
like the original. When they say that, they just mean he's gonna change something in time.
right, right. He's gonna take so many time because, like, if it was gonna be like Flashpoint, like, yeah, uh, we're getting Batman in the mix, but I don't. I feel like we still haven't like seen enough about what's going on in the plot to like really have to really make like like an accurate prediction
Right.
for the story.
Because if you want to be real though, the original comic and movie Flashpoint is a Justice League movie. Like it's literally
Right.
like every Justice League member is in it. I mean, it's the main character is the Flash, and then Batman's like the main supporting character. But
Yeah.
the amount of characters that is in it is insane. I mean, there's no way that they would even adapt that comic accurately in a movie.
But you know what? You know what's funny about that is that in the animated version, like with all the cover art and everything going on, like you don't know that it's a Justice League movie.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
it's just like the slightest hint that you get is like in the very beginning. In the very beginning, it starts off with all the Justice League,
Right.
right? And then as 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 the show as the movie progresses, and it goes back in time. Um, it's just a Flash movie for like an hour,
Right.
like a good hour, and then the Justice League members don't come in until like the climax of the movie.
Right. Right. Because really, that movie is like it would be like the Infinity War for DC. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because it's like
Yeah, I know what you
every
mean.
single character is in it, from the Justice League members to really obscure characters. Like freaking Grifter is in it. Etrigan the Demon's in it. I mean,
Right.
there's so many people that are in it. It's like every single character. So, you know, I don't understand. I mean, I see why, but I just don't get why they keep throwing around like, oh, they're doing Flashpoint. No, they're not. They're doing. He's just gonna change time.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
Right.
So,
I
but
wonder what I mean. I feel like we know what he's gonna change though. He's gonna change his he's gonna change back in time. I feel like they say it's Flashpoint because he's gonna change that one moment in time that
when his
when
mom
his
died.
mom died. Yeah,
So
that's always the
okay.
reason.
So do you think Reverse Flash is gonna be in this movie?
I do think Reverse Flash is gonna be in the movie because uh, it was different. Like in the trailers that we got so far, it was different. Different Flash variants.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like Reverse Flash is gonna be one of the main antagonists of the movie.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Cause
me too.
and I really hope this movie is good because Reverse Flash is one of my favorite villains in all of media. I mean, and
Yeah,
he just hasn't really gotten his shine yet.
he hasn't.
I mean, he's in a few things outside the comics. I mean, the main thing where you see is the movie Flashpoint Paradox. But that's really it. I mean, he is in the movie Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
it's the
was
same. It's the same universe as
yeah,
Flashpoint
yeah,
Paradox as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So it was like a yeah, so it was like a continuation, and
Right.
he was fire in that movie too, of course. But
Yeah.
so I'm just ready for Reverse Flash to get his shine. He's really one of the best villains. I mean,
You know what? I think there's one more movie that he's in as well. I think there's like a another movie in that universe that he's in. It's one more because remember what happens to him in the end of Hell to Pay.
honestly, I don't remember.
So, all right, spoiler alert. Uh,
For
in
for
Suicide Squad Hell
Suicide
to
Squad:
Pay,
Hell to Pay.
in the end of the movie, um, Reverse Flash gets shot in the head,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And then I believe he shows up in another movie. I can't remember what movie it was, but like he shows up and like he's trying to find a way to heal himself because like ever since he got shot in the head, like he can't stop running, or else he'll die.
He dies in Hell to Pay.
He does?
Yeah, yeah, he dies.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, wait. Did he get shot in Flashpoint Paradox, and then that's why he showed up in Hell to Pay?
Yeah, yeah. That's why he
Okay, so it
was
was
in.
the all right. So it was the other way around. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Cause yeah, it was right before he died from the bullet that he was able to travel through time.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay.
Yeah, in Hell to
Yo,
Pay he dies.
he'll, Reverse Flash is tough because this man survived for that long because he knew. I don't know. That's
Yo,
crazy.
it's even like people don't even understand. Like in the comics, this man is insane. Like every single bad moment of Barry's life was caused by Reverse Flash. Like there
Wow.
was even there was even a moment where Barry was like a little kid in school and Reverse Flash just pushed him down the stairs. Like the dude is just so evil. I mean,
Yeah,
and I really want him to get more mainstream attention because I feel like DC don't even use him.
yeah. DC doesn't use it, and
Like,
DC has good villains though. Like
mhm,
if anything, if there's anything that DC is good at, it's their villains.
yeah, like yeah, they do. I think DC has better villains than Marvel, but
Oh yeah, of course.
um, yeah, Reverse Flash. He wasn't even in. First of all, I'm still kind of mad, even though Justice League is still probably my favorite superhero cartoon. He wasn't in Justice League, Justice League Unlimited. Was he even in Young Justice? I don't think so.
Young Justice, Reverse Flash.
Yeah,
I don't think so. No.
yeah. Why hasn't he been in Young Justice yet? I mean, we've gotten a whole like we basically got a whole storyline with all three Flashes with Jay Garrick, Barry, and Wally and Impulse with four of them.
Right.
Like they was prominent in the show, and we didn't even get Reverse Flash in the show yet. I don't understand what's going on. So the only cartoon I remember him being in was Batman the Brave and the Bold for a bit.
Right.
So I really want him to get his mainstream shine.
Yeah, me
But
too.
but moving on to we talked about Black Adam, didn't we?
If we talk about Black Adam, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Adam Smasher, Hawkman,
Hawkman, Doctor Fate.
Dr. Fate, and Cyclone. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Um, yeah, the
We didn't
Batman's co-
yeah, Batman's coming out soon, so it's like, and we didn't really get like that much new footage, so
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
excited to see what happens. It comes out in like 2 weeks, so
yeah. And I'm also
2 3
excited to
weeks.
see Yahya Abdul Mateen. Wait, is that his name?
Yeah,
I might have all right, I was about to say I might have completely destroyed his name, but um yeah, I'm happy to see him back as Black Manta.
right. Yeah, he is coming back. Um, yeah, but moving on. Marvel actually released some more footage. Oh, released some more trailer footage for Moon Knight.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm actually really excited about this show. Like every time I see the trailer, or at least one of the trailers, I just get more and more excited because there's so many questions
Hmm.
that like need to be answered. And I feel like in terms of like having a trailer that that actually leaves us with questions to be answered, like and like leaves us with questions to be answered and in a way where we kind of know what's going on. I feel like Moon Knight is doing like a pretty good job for a character that we haven't seen before on screen. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's he's struggling with something mentally, right? And he's struggling with something mentally, and he's almost scared of what happens to him at nighttime because he doesn't know what's going on. Like he doesn't even know like who he is. But in this trailer, we finally got like I know we spoke before about the first two personalities that we saw,
Hmm.
uh, Mark Spector and Stephen Grant. But now, in this trailer, like, we finally see the third personality of Jake Lockley, um, and also Mr. Knight. So, I'm really glad that they finally showed the Mr. Knight personality because I feel like that was a lot of people were asking if that was going to be in the show, if that part of Moon Knight's character was going to be in the show. Um, you also got a lot of new, we also got a lot of new footage of like what um Ethan Hawke's character is going to be like
Hmm.
because we like I've heard leaks about him being like a cult leader. Um, they might even his cult might even be the ones that worship uh Khonshu, who's the moon god.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure. What do you think about his character? Who do you think he is?
Yeah, I don't really know, man. I mean, at this point, because this show comes out soon, right? Comes out in
Mm.
March.
Yeah, it comes out in a month,
So,
about a month.
like at this point, I'm just ready for it to come out. Um, I am excited to see Ethan Hawke. I mean, he's a dope actor.
Yeah, he is.
Um, so yeah, he looks like he's gonna be someone interesting. He looks like one of those people that you can't tell if he's a friend or a foe. He's probably out for his own gains in some way. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do with Moon Knight, if he's trying to use him or help him. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This show looks like it's gonna be dope, bro. I'm like, yo, this could be like I think this could potentially like in terms of like plot, uh, and like how interested I am in the story.
Hmm.
I feel like this could be up there with Loki, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
even.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm I really have high hopes for this show.
yeah, me too.
And I didn't really have high hopes for any of the other MCU shows so far. I mean, I didn't have low hopes or think they were going to be bad, but
Yeah,
I was kind of just like, okay, they're coming out, I'll watch them. But
yeah,
I'm
it's something to
actually,
watch.
yeah, like I'm actually excited about this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Um, But yeah, that's Moon Knight. Oh, we got the new personality. You know, it's coming out soon. So like, stay
Hmm.
tuned. We're definitely gonna cover that when it releases. But you know, the other the other commercials that we got that everybody's been talking about
Hmm.
is that Doctor Strange trailer.
Yep. And the
Because
main thing, what's the main thing that everybody's talking about?
the main thing everyone's talking about is Professor X showing up in the trailer. Yo,
Hmm.
because this mean Professor X showing up in the trailer. This means so much because uh Disney bought Fox some time ago. Everybody's been asking since then, when are we going to see mutants in the MCU? When are we going to see mutants in the MCU? And this is the moment that everybody's been waiting for. Uh,
Hmm.
and they had no problem. They had no problem using his voice, his distinct voice that everybody knows. They had no problem putting it in the promo footage.
Yep.
So because of that, I'm kind of excited because I'm just thinking like now, like if they're putting Professor X trailer, who are we gonna get in the movie? You know what
Man,
I'm
there's been
saying?
a lot of rumors. People were talking about Tom Cruise, Iron Man, and all this
Yo,
nonsense. I'm just
right,
like, I'm just like, look, we know it's gonna be something.
right, right. We know it's gonna be something. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just excited. Like if I wasn't excited before, I'm definitely excited now.
Hmm.
Uh, the trailer the trailer took so many different turns. Like, um, yeah, the trailer took so many different turns. I'm just like, this movie is gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely.
And
When does that come out anyway? Is that March too?
no, that it was supposed to come out in March, but now it's coming out in
Oh, May.
May. Yeah,
Okay, so we got the Batman in March.
we have Moon Knight in March.
Wow.
Batman March, Moon Knight March. Um,
Nothing in April.
I'm not sure.
Flash don't come out till November. Jesus Christ. Black Adam comes out in July. When's Aquaman 2 come out?
Yo, I'm surprised that all right, so I heard that like Morbius Morbius was supposed to drop in January, right?
Hmm.
And I heard that Morbius got pushed back because of different reshoots that were going on ever since the release of Spider-Man. I heard that was the main reason why I got pushed back, even
Okay.
though there was like a big surge of COVID and everything around the release date of Morbius. Um, so I'm kind of surprised that like they didn't put in a Morbius trailer in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, knowing that that's one of the movies that's coming out like or supposed to be coming out soon. Yeah, Morbius is coming out in April. Um,
Yo, Morbius comes out in April.
yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. So we getting Batman in a couple
God.
weeks. Moon Knight couple weeks after that. Um, April 2 days after that after Moon Knight releases. Um, wait, April 2 days after Moon Knight releases, we get Morbius. Then you said what's in May? Doctor Strange after that.
Hmm.
Then Morbius gonna have to hold us out until Doctor Strange a whole month.
Are you gonna make me
Uh,
watch Morbius?
yeah, you definitely gotta watch that. Did you see Venom 2?
No,
All right, so I
I don't wanna, bro.
you don't have to watch Venom 2. You don't have to watch it. the CGI wasn't all that, but
Oh,
the CGI for Morbius looks pretty good. Like
yo, but I don't care though. It looks terrible. The movie looks horrible.
to me like if the CGI is better than Justice League, then I feel like it can be a pretty decent movie.
Yo, but like it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter how good the CGI is. It just looks like a terrible movie. Yo,
Well,
and
we'll
I
see.
can't stand Jared Leto, bro.
Yeah, Jared
I
Leto.
really cannot stand
Yeah.
Jared Leto. Like, like the only reason why I watched Blade Runner 2049 is because somebody told me that Jared Leto was in it for like 5 minutes, which is true.
Wow.
So, okay, so out of an entire movie, I could stomach him for like 5 minutes, all right? But I can't stomach him as the lead actor.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yo, Jared Leto is terrible. Yo, why do they keep casting this man? Yo, let him go.
Yeah,
Let
Jared
that
Leto. I
man
don't know.
go. Yo, I'm gonna see. I can't go to the movies to watch Morbius. I can't.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It,
I can't, man.
as the release date comes closer, we might get some new footage that might, you know.
Bro, we're gonna have to talk about something else, bro.
All right.
Yo,
So with Doctor Strange, like we got a lot of new footage with Doctor Strange. A lot of people were talking about superior Iron Man that might have shown up. I've heard I've heard superior Iron Man. I've heard Captain Marvel. It was Captain Marvel at first, but then they're like, no, it's not Carol Danvers. It's
yeah, Monica Rambo.
Rambeau, Monica Rambeau, yeah, or or Maria Rambeau. I've
Who's
also
Maria
heard.
Rambo?
Isn't I mean, wait, what's her name?
Well, the black girl is Monica Rambo.
Maria Rambeau's her mom.
Oh, that's her mom's name. I forgot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been
her
a
mom.
while
Yeah,
since I've seen Captain Marvel.
yeah, Maria's her mom. Yeah, and then I've also heard. I've heard everything, bro. I've heard Kang, Nova. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what we need. We need Nova.
yeah, we do need
Finally.
Nova.
First of
Yeah.
all right, there's two people that we should have been had in the MCU is Nova and Adam Warlock. I mean,
Oh
I
wow.
don't understand why they would show that nonsense at the end of Guardians 2. And then
Right.
not have Adam Warlock in Infinity War. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is what it is. They said he's gonna be in Guardians 3, so
That's like that's like sometimes like I just wish the stingers at the ends of movies were like not as like important as they make them in the MCU,
hmm
because then it's like now say something happens, like we can't really change the story up if we wanted to,
right, right,
like
right. Like you have to
we,
put Adam Warlock in something now.
right, like because like we kind of already set it up to be that way, so it's
But that's
like
kind of the whole thing though with the MCU is that they plan the story like 10 years in advance, so
yeah,
they kind
but
of
like
know.
now but like all right, so I mean,
But that is a blessing and a curse at the same time, and I had talked about this a little
right,
bit though.
because like some things change, right?
Right, right.
All right, so one one of the big things that I saw, right, is that okay, there was like this concept art because okay, America Chavez is also in Doctor Strange, and
hmm
she's a new character that we haven't seen before on screen.
Right.
But her superpower is pretty much she can kick holes through universes to jump through universes, and the holes that she kicks are come in the form of a star, which is pretty cool. And she has a few other powers as well, but those are like her main abilities. That's like her main ability. Anyway, um, the way the movie was set to release is that Doctor Strange was actually supposed to come before Spider Man.
Yeah, I remember
So
that. I remember that.
yeah, so what happened was America Chavez is always part of the plan. Um, but America Chavez is always part of the plan, and there was concept art of her of her bringing in um Peter 1 and Peter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Peter 1 and Peter 3. Yeah, Peter 1 and Peter 3 um into the battle of into the battle at the Statue of Liberty. Like it was her instead of Ned,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which actually makes a lot more sense because a lot of people were were wondering how Ned could figure out how to open portals so fast. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's stuff like that because now they they had to rewrite the whole story to fit around that.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that the way that happened, which is pretty cool. Um, like the way they're able to write themselves out of that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
But I definitely another reason why it's a curse is because just like you said, because since you're planning everything, it just goes back to the complaint that I had before about how all the MCU movies kind of look the same and you can't even tell that it's a different director. And it's because you don't really have that much creative control as an individual. So it's like
right,
you're not really like if you're coming in to work on one of these Marvel movies, you're not making your movie. You're making a Marvel movie. So you're like basically what the MCU is, especially at this point, is a TV show but in movie form. Like every movie is just like an episode
right,
of a season. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's
I know
like
what you mean.
so it's like so it's really like being a TV director because that's how it works on TV.
Right,
Like if you come in and direct an episode, like you're not really choosing what happens. You don't have creative control. I mean, like you're coming in to direct episode three of a season. I mean, so people so you just have to keep the show, moving. You got to keep the flow going. You got to make sure it has the same feel as the other ones, and that's like how the MCU is. I mean, all the movies kind of look the same, feel the same, which is fine, but at the same time, when I see a movie, I kind of want to see something different. Like I want to see a new style, something I haven't seen before.
right,
So, but that's just what it is. And just like you said, when you're showing these post credit scenes and you have a character come in, it's like, okay, well now you have to put them in a movie, So
exactly.
it is what it is. But that this is why the MCU is so popular though, because we just have such a huge thing going, and we've never had anything like this before. So
Yeah, we haven't. But yeah, Doctor Strange. Um, we got a lot of new footage of Wanda. Um,
hmm
I'm really excited. I'm really excited about her character. She seems more. I feel like from what I've seen here, like she seems more interesting now than she did as we were watching WandaVision. So
hmm
hopefully she doesn't disappoint. I'm pretty sure. I I yeah, I'm pretty sure like well, I don't know. I don't want to get too far into it, but like there's so many theories so far about what's going on.
yeah.
Like
I mean, yeah, we
what
don't
do
have
you
to really get into no theories. I
yeah,
mean, there's so many. I saw somebody on Twitter dissecting the poster because you know how the poster had like the shattered
oh yeah.
glass, and
Uh-huh.
they're trying to guess which each one was like, and if it was a variant or not. I'm just like, all right, I don't need to do all that. I'm just waiting for the movie to come out. The thing that did happen was we heard Patrick Stewart's voice, and everybody knows him as Professor X. So
Right.
you know, are the X-Men is it just going to be him? Is it going to be all the X-Men? Are they going to be in it a lot or a little? Who knows? But that's what we do know is happening. So I'm excited about that. And is that it for all the? Oh no, it's not it because what we didn't talk about yet is that Lord of the Rings show that Amazon is doing. They showed a trailer for
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
during the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
The Lord of the Rings show that Amazon is spending a fortune on.
Yeah.
Let's hear about it. I feel like you know more about it than I do. So
I mean, I'm
let's hear
not
about
no
what's going on.
expert, but and the trailer didn't really show much. So I mean, I still, don't really know about it, but I think it's set like I think it's a prequel to the books or whatever. Um, so yeah, so we really don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, everything looked okay, I guess, as far as effects and costumes and makeup. I mean, and it should with it's a high budget show, but um, I guess I'm gonna watch that. I watched all the Lord of the Rings live action movies, and I liked them. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I was never really into like Dungeons and Dragons or like the stereotypical fantasy like elves and orcs and wizards and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's really why it took me so long to watch Lord of the Rings. But so many people were raving about it. I was just like, all right, I broke down and I watched the extended ones too. So I really got the full, experience. And it's cool. Especially when you take into account what they did at that time. And I think the first one came out in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Um, there's fully CGI characters, there's large scale battle scenes. I mean, it's dope. So, I know you haven't seen them, but you should. Um, but yeah, so I'm excited about this show, I guess. I probably won't watch it as soon as it comes out, but I think eventually I will.
Yeah, I'm kind of I I I can't wait to see what they do with this show, especially because I'm just interested because of the budget. Like I heard the budget was out of this world
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this show, especially after like the budget for production is out of this world, and that's after buying the rights to the name for as much as they did, which was ridiculous. Which is a ridiculous amount that I can't remember I can't remember the exact amount um off the top of my head, but I just know it was crazy. Um, but yeah, man. Uh,
Yeah, that's really
we got
it
some
for
good,
the Super Bowl
yeah,
trailers.
for the Super Bowl trailers. Yeah. We got I mean, we got a couple more. Like a sneak peek at the new Jordan Peele movie. Um,
Oh yeah, nope. Yo, I
yeah,
haven't
nope.
seen a single one of his movies.
You didn't see Get Out?
Nope.
Yeah.
I ain't see Get Out. I ain't see Us. I'm really lacking.
I didn't see Us. Um, Get Out was really good. It kind of, excuse me, what's it called? It kind of disturbed me a bit, though. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't it wasn't. I mean, like it wasn't like a horror movie, but it was like a horror slash thriller movie,
Hmm.
which is honestly might be even worse than a horror movie, to be
Those are
honest.
usually the best.
Like like it was the best, but like I don't know. It like it was like a little bit scary, but like the anticipation was just making it even worse. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's like the thrilling part of it. So, but yeah, you should definitely check out Get Out if you haven't
I
already.
will. I will
I'm
eventually.
I'm not watching that movie again. One time is enough for me. I didn't see Us because Get Out was so disturbing. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to get messed up like that again. But nope, I don't know. A lot of people might be into it. I might check it out, but who knows?
I don't even really know what it's about. So,
Yeah, I don't know what it's about either.
like,
Um,
you really can't tell much about the trailer. So,
all right, but yeah, I think we can move on to Ted Lasso, man. What's it
yeah, Ted
called?
Lasso.
Yeah, we wanted to talk to you guys about Ted Lasso today. It's a show that both me and Stefan watched and really enjoyed. Um, I didn't really like. I'm about to give you the story about like how I started watching it. I really did not know Ted Lasso was so popular, right?
Hmm.
Until I went to a wedding. I went to my cousin's wedding, and his wife mentioned Ted Lasso in her vows.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
yo, in her vows, and I was like, yo, Ted Lasso. You mentioned Ted Lasso in your vows. I gotta check this out. So I downloaded the episodes of season one, and I watched the whole season one on the plane ride home from the wedding because
Really?
it was a yeah, it was a destination wedding in Mexico. Yeah, and I was like, yo, this show is actually pretty dope. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Um, it was like, and I didn't know it was gonna be that funny. Like, I was laughing the whole plane ride. The passengers probably sick of me. I was like, yo, this show is funny.
Yeah, it really
But
was.
yeah, it was under the it was a feel good comedy. I was like, okay, yeah, this is a pretty good show. Like I like these are pretty good laughs. Um, I don't know. Um, yeah, it was a like it was a short like it was a short runtime for each episode. Like it wasn't too long, so
Yeah.
I was able to finish season one like on the plane ride. Um, but what do you think of the show since you just finished watching it?
Yeah, pretty much same as you, man. It was really funny. I was kind of aware of the show. I've heard people here and there talking about it, but I was just like, ah, I don't know.
Right, right,
There's just so many TV shows out at a time that you just can't watch all of them. So I was just like, all right, maybe I'll put it on a list, and if I get to it, I get to it. But then when you told me that you really liked it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it, especially because it was really short. So I knew that I could
right.
finish it quick. And I'm always watching really serious and dark shows.
Hmm.
So I feel like I need to watch more comedies, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. I wanted to, try to watch more comedy. So, um, yeah, I just decided like I'm gonna watch Ted Lasso. It's an interesting concept. Um, and it's funny because in a way, like a lot of stuff that's in there would be like how I would be if I was suddenly dropped in the UK.
Right.
Because that's kind of, the thing is, it's about, it makes fun of Americans, it makes fun of British people. So you kind of see both sides of this, like, because somebody that's just dropped into a new country where they don't know anything. Um, yeah, it's really funny. The characters are really funny. And you know what? To me, I think comedy, comedy is probably the hardest thing to get right because humor is so subjective, I think. Everybody
Right.
kind of has their own, and it's even more subjective than like other kinds of movies because there's kind of a formula you can do with story, and
Yeah.
as long as you kind of hit these certain beats, it'll be at least okay. But with comedy, it's just way different. I think you kind of it's really hard. You got to always stay fresh and new. Um, and yeah, like I said, everybody kind of has their own idea. Like somebody from that grew up in a different place and time might not find something funny, and then especially in a show where they're making a bunch of references to pop culture and things like that. Um, it like depending on who you are, you're not gonna get it. And and I think my favorite thing in the show, my favorite joke and spoilers, I'm probably gonna spoil a lot of stuff in season one. So if you haven't seen season one of Ted Lasso and you want to watch the show and come back because this is your spoiler warning for season one of Ted Lasso. Um, Yeah, here we go. I think my favorite joke in the whole show was when Ted mentioned something like he mentioned 808s and Heartbreak, the album, and
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, what? Like he said something along the lines of he was like it was he said something along the lines of like 808s and Heartbreak. It's really good, but it doesn't get enough credit. Something it was something like that was the
Oh
line.
yeah.
And I was like, what? Like I almost had to pause the show because I'm like, no way he just said that. Because like I'm like a hip hop head, so that's like something that I've been talking about like over the years, like basically since the album dropped. So
Right.
it's like I always feel like I gotta mention like yeah, 808s and Heartbreak was like one of the most influential albums, and every after that everybody wanted to do auto tune and this and that, whatever. But it was just funny hearing this like country white dude say something like that to a bunch of British people who, may or may not know what he's talking about. I mean, they got rap fans in UK obviously, but it's just funny like this white dude from Kansas saying something like that. So I think that was my favorite joke in the whole show so far.
Yeah. No. Uh. Yeah, you're right. No, there are
There's
definitely
a
a
lot
lot.
of jokes like that where you're kind of just like, what? Like no way he just said that.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of different jokes, and then um uh like the story was good too. The story was great, and then it had really good. Well, the show itself has really good character development.
Hmm.
Like each character is really going through their own journey, and then
Hmm.
it's like it's also more than just a comedy because it like the show is actually trying to accomplish something.
Right, right,
It's not like this whole purpose of the show is to be funny. Like
right, right.
th- they're actually telling a story, and they're just being funny while they're doing it,
Yeah,
which is
there was
something
a
that I
lot of
appreciate.
heartfelt moments too. A lot.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. Like it was um uh like shows and like movies about coaching like are always supposed to be like always supposed to have like that one moment where like it got to be like inspirational or
Hmm.
whatnot. And I feel like this show definitely had like a couple of moments like that.
Hmm.
Like they made sure not to leave that out because that whenever you have like a show with a plot line like this like that has to come with the plot.
Right, right.
Um right. So I thought that they did a really good job in terms of incorporating that in the show in the show. Um so another reason why I think I liked it so much because like I feel like something can be funny, a show can be funny, but like it's still like I feel like comedy it's hard it's hard to just like you were saying before it's hard to just have a show or movie that's just comedy and 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 that itself like have that stand on its own like just with that, you know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so I that's one of the reasons why I really like this show. It the characters developed well, and everybody and the characters developed well, and all the characters contributed to the story.
Hmm.
It wasn't like any characters any character's personal growth was just with them. Like it didn't do anything for the story.
Hmm.
I feel like every character's progression through the story was important for where the story was going. So yeah, that's what that's one of the that's why I like the show so much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I like about it too? I like how it's not really, it's not like too raunchy. It's like it's definitely for adults. I mean, there's cursing, and stuff like that.
There's a whole lot of cursing.
Yeah, like there's cursing, there's like some sex jokes and things like that, but it's not too graphic. Like there's no nude scenes or anything like that, or people. But it's like where it's just like too much. Like it's a show that's good to kind of just sit back after a long day. You want to watch something that's light and funny, and you just watch it where it's not like too overboard. I think a lot of comedy shows are kind of like that too, where they just kind of do something for shock value, or they're just showing like nude scenes or something like that. I don't, whereas Ted Lasso really just leans on to the writing and like you said, developing the characters and things like that. Like and everybody pretty much is a different person at the end of season one than the beginning.
Yeah.
So, and it's not something that's just like snaps. It's always everything in there is earned. Um, and I think my favorite character has got to be Roy, the
Bro,
old the
yeah.
old the old soccer player who's like past his prime. I think
Yeah.
he's definitely my favorite player, and I like Jamie too, even though Jamie is kind of like a I don't even know how to say it without cursing. He's kind of like a bad guy, but but
I
uh
think
but I like him because he's a bad guy. But I think we're gonna, don't say nothing about season two because I ain't see it now. But
oh yeah, you're right, you're right, you're
but
right, you're right.
but I think that he's definitely gonna change and maybe come around.
Yeah. Jamie, I feel like Jamie still has a lot of growth to do. But uh, I don't know. I feel like season one was a really solid like first season of like TV. Like it was such like I really enjoyed it. And uh, you're right. My favorite character honestly was Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Yo, Nate is so funny. Like
Yeah, he really
his
was.
character. Yo, his character is so funny,
He
and
was
like I didn't I didn't know how. I don't know like why he was so funny, but he just was.
because he was
Um,
driving that 1960s Mini Cooper. That man was driving an original Mini Cooper. You know how crazy that is?
yo, Nate, bro, he was just like I. In terms of character development, Nate is definitely my favorite.
hmm
Uh, Especially because um, I feel like a lot of kids, um, like Nate represents like the younger audience, you
hmm
know, that that's like always like afraid to like speak up about certain things, and then
hmm
like eventually start to get comfortable with like their position, um, or like where they stand in certain like groups of people. So I I really like Nate, and like the way his character contributed to the show. Um,
Yeah, I think he got the most development too out of
yeah,
everyone.
he definitely did. Yeah, he definitely did. And then, we didn't even talk about like the main character, like Ted. Ted, like they did his character so interesting because
hmm
he's
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 like
like the
the
most
opposite of every football coach.
right, the opposite. Like he's just so positive.
Right,
he's
right,
just he's just so positive and like happy all the time. And I
right.
was just like, yo, like this is kind of like crazy. It's like I've never like I haven't really seen like a coaching style like this.
No, never,
Um
never.
yeah, I've never seen a coaching style like this. And then it's kind of interesting because at first like the way that like he wasn't really accepted by the team,
hmm
right? And then like he kind of like learned that he kind of figured out that the team's not listening to him, but they listen to Roy and
hmm
Jamie. So he needed to break the team down in terms of like um the the leadership needs to be dispersed like not only it can't just be me, but I need he needs help. He needs help leading the team from the
Right,
inside.
right, right.
So that was really cool the way that to see that play out throughout the season. And yeah, I thought like that was like I know I said Nate was my favorite character, but Ted was like honestly like one of my favorite characters as well. Like my at least my second favorite
Yeah,
because even in the like it's so funny because all right, so his situation is also very like non-traditional because he was a football coach at first for a college team and they hired him in London to coach football. Never coached football a day in his life. So
soccer for
all
us.
oh yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
soccer for us.
so he's coaching American football in college, and then he
Hmm.
goes to UK to coach soccer or football if you live over there or outside the US.
So everybody over there was like everybody over there was like, yo, we don't want this guy. Like what we don't like he doesn't know how to coach he doesn't know how to coach soccer. Like they
Hmm.
might as well take him back. Like yeah. So it was cool. It was funny the way like everybody would hate him on the street.
Yeah, they kept
And
calling
then
him
like
wanker.
yeah, like and then like as time went on in the show, like the town was warming up to him like a bit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I thought that aspect of it was cool too, because that's really how fan bases are. Especially over there. I mean, they go crazy for soccer, and like in a lot of ways, like fans over there are more passionate than sports fans in the U.S. I think. Um, it's funny because like college football, I think is the most passionate fan base in the U.S.
Right.
But
I do too.
over there, they just go crazy for the soccer. So it like I like how they showed that aspect too, and like you say, out of town warmed up to them and stuff.
Yeah. The way the way they warmed up to him, it was like at first it was just so harsh. But then
Yeah, yeah.
at the end, like they were all accepting. So but yeah. We haven't seen season two yet, so I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Uh but
All
like
right.
it
So
is
do you like season two better or season one better?
um you know what? I like season one better.
Yeah.
When I was watching season two, I was like, you know what? Like there are a few things missing in season two that season one definitely had.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna say what those things are, but I I feel like you'll see when you once you start watching.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to watch that and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah,
But the main star of the show, Jason Sudeikis, is a person I was not familiar with until recently. Um,
yeah,
because both of us watched this. He is the main. He voices the main starring role on the show Hit Monkey that just released on Hulu a few
hmm
months ago. So I was not familiar with him until that, and I looked him up, like his background a little bit, and he came up um, on SNL, Saturday Night Live. So
Oh,
it makes sense to me now. Like this guy is just a comedy man because Hit Monkey is another show that's really hilarious. His character on there is making a whole bunch of jokes and things like that. But it's also cool too because it's two completely different roles. Like his character in Hit Monkey and then Ted Lasso, two completely different people. But the one thing in common is that it's funny. So he's shown a lot of versatility as an actor, of course, especially doing voice acting and then doing a live action starring role. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for him in the future. Um, he's just Everything that I've seen him in so far has just been great, and he's a really funny dude. So I don't know if he's helping writing or what, because that's what he was doing for Saturday Night Live, and I haven't looked up, all the cast and crew and everything for Ted Lasso, but I'm assuming he definitely was doing a lot of the writing for Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
Because
I think he was one of the writers.
hmm
Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was one of the writers because honestly, I feel like a lot of like comedians are uh like help with the writing when whenever it comes to shows and movies and stuff like that.
hmm hmm
Because I feel like they like when you're an actual comedian, like you have to know how to like you have to know how to like tell your jokes.
right,
So you
right,
have to be
right.
able to say it in a way that's yours, you know? So um but yeah, it I I think it does say that he is a writer on this show.
hmm
Um you know what? You know what's funny? What like I watched Ted Lasso first before I watched Hit Monkey.
Yeah, really.
And
Oh, so you watched it like a while ago then?
uh
Well,
yeah,
not that long ago.
yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but like I watched it. I mean like I watched season 1 in like a day. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I watched Hit Monkey. I finished Hit Monkey around Christmas.
hmm
So but I watched Ted Lasso like in the beginning. I watched I watched both of the shows in December.
hmm
And it was funny because I was like, yo, I'm watching Ted Lasso and I'm watching Hit Monkey, and I'm like, yo, where have I heard this voice before? Like, I just got done hearing this voice, right? And I'm hearing his voice again in Hit Monkey, and I was just like, this is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Ted Lasso. Um, it's a good show. I recommend those of you listening that you check it out. If you haven't already. It's 2 seasons right now on Apple TV. So if you don't know what to watch on Apple TV, then
That's the
uh,
one. That's
Ted
the
Lasso
one.
is a good place to start. Yeah, Ted Lasso is a good place to start. Um, but I think that's it, man. Right? That's all we got for today.
Yeah, I think it is.
Cool, cool. Well, uh, I wanna thank you guys again for listening. Make sure before you go to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and and YouTube at Filmjet Pod. Uh, yeah, check us out because we have different posts that drop daily.
Definitely.
Yeah, interact with us. Like, let us know what you want us to talk about.
hmm
If you see anything cool, let us know. We'll probably mention it in the next episode or episode after that. And like just talk to us, and we'll try and get back to you.
Definitely, definitely. Comment, DM. If you shy, DM. You don't want nobody. You don't want to see. You don't want nobody to see you talking to us. DM. Uh, comment, whatever. Let us know what you want to see us talk about, because oh, we will be happy to. I mean, I'm always trying to branch out, so I need some people from different walks of life to tell me what to watch. Everybody's got a different perspective.
Thanks.
Um, I'm always watching something dark and serious, so help me branch out. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you guys. See you guys next week.